$2.4 million from redevelopment projects and services for his council district to pay his staffers. So KDL is on his last leg here, and apparently it's time to either maybe their budgets weren't salaried for, or their salaries weren't budgeted for, or something's going on. A lot of questions about this guy, what exactly he's doing. He does not like me. He doesn't like my questions. He doesn't like the camera too much, except for right when it's like his own staff doing social media. And Bro has the largest communication staff of the entire city council. So here we go. This is the zoo.
Can run through the agenda at this time?
Yes. Mr. President, there is a request to continue items 3 and 17 to January
Shave?
2025, and to continue item 13 to December 6, 2024.
Without objection, I'll be in order.
Items 1 through 3 are items with notice for public hearing. Items 4 through 16 are items with public hearings. Items 17 through 26 are items with public hearings have not been held. Item 27 is the closed session.
Ooh, more liquor stores.
On the continuation agenda, item 28 is an item notice for public hearing, and votes are required for consideration.
All right, those items are now before us without objection. Are there any specials? Mr. Price.
President, the caution and recuse myself on item 5 because the wife's employee is working with
Who's your wife's employer?
All right. Any other special?
Oh, he just touched Padilla's shoulder. That was creepy. He's going over to talk to Current Price.
I wanted to call item 13 special.
Okay, item 13 for comments.
Mr. President, item 13 was continued to.
All right, is that it? All right, and I've got a special, I move to amend recommendation number 3 to present and adopt the accompanying ordinance dated November 22, 2024 for item number 16. Councilmember Hutt, seconds. Specials on this side, Mr. McCusker?
That was the one I was going to do, so thank you.
Okay. Mr. De Leon?
Mr. President, substitute motion for item number 24.
Okay, so this is his money.
The substitute motion reads as follows. I move $955 in the AB 1290 fund, number 53, account number 281214, CD14 redevelopment projects services, be transferred/prorated to the Council District 14 portion of the Council Fund number 100-28, account number 1010.
So he's moving money.
Council District 14. Is there a second to this motion?
Still too damn much.
Nobody second that.
Seconded by Mr. Corey.
Oh, Krikorian did it.
All right, seeing no more specials. Mr. Corey.
Yes.
So he chopped it down to 950,000 he needs for his staffers, I guess.
Any other specials? Councilmember Yaroslavsky, Rodriguez? Yes.
I'd like to recognition before public comment, please.
Okay.
And he's out. He moved
Any
money.
other specials? All right. Seeing none, what's available for us to vote on at this time?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 4, 6 through 12, 14, and 16.
So he's literally going to take 950,000 now from his constituents to pay his staffers on his way out of office.
39.
And Mr. President, there is a request to set
And
item
now
9 and 11
All right, without objection.
we're going on
Any
to
other items available for us at this time?
Yes, would you like to take item
Housing and
15
homelessness.
as amended?
All right, item 15 is before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
39.
And Mr. President, there is item number 5 with Councilmember Price recused.
All right,
All right, so Price usually has to recuse because of conflicts of interest over his wife, who is a relocation specialist who moves people out of their homes.
Item 5 is before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote. All right, what's next?
Mr. President, would you like to go into?
Oh, more tiny homes.
All right, before we go to public comment, recognize Councilmember Padilla.
Good morning, council members. Last month, I had the privilege of attending the 2024 National League of Cities Summit, where Los Angeles was recognized for its outstanding technological advances. On behalf of the city, I accepted the second place award in this year's Digital City Survey, a testament to the exceptional work of our information technology agencies. Let's give them a round of applause. This award highlights the city's efforts to leverage modern technology and data-driven solutions to better serve our diverse population of over 4 million residents. As the chair of the Government Operations Committee, I was honored to represent Los Angeles at the summit, contributing to vital discussions on vital municipal governance and sharing innovative solutions with council members from across the country. The ITA plays a critical role in ensuring Los Angeles remains a leader in technology and digital equity.
Tracy Park isn't here today yet.
To secure digital services, the ITA is the forefront of innovation.
And I haven't seen John Lee
Under the
either.
leadership of Mr. Ted Ross, the ITA has driven advances in digital accessibility, safety, ensuring equity access to services for all Angeles while maintaining an efficient system across 40-plus city departments. This recognition underscores the importance of using technology to address the city's most pressing challenges, whether it's housing the homeless, enhancing public safety, or preparing for global events like the 2026 FIFA World Cup or the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Harnessing technology is central to our mission to make Los Angeles the best-run city in America. Looking ahead, we are committed to building on this success and next year, and we hope to return to the National League of Cities to claim first place. Thank you again to the ITA staff and the city departments for making these achievements possible and for setting a high bar for public service and innovation.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Padilla. And congratulations to our team and the leadership of the IT department. All right, clerk, continue.
All right, so they got their photo op, and they're going to be out. A bunch of people here this morning. I think this is about airport worker pay.
Members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252. Meeting ID number 160-535-8466.
So Kevin chopped his request, it seemed, down from $2.4 million to $950,000 to pay his staffers on his way out of office. He came in, did a little circle, and then he went and hid in the back. Krikorian seconded it. And we're on to public comment. So that was kind of like the business here. I think they did something on tiny homes. But adios Krikorian. Krikorian is on his way out too. He's going to be replaced by Adrien Nazarian, who's a former state assembly member and his handpicked protege. And actually you can hear his colleagues talking about how Adrien was going to replace him on the infamous LA Fed tapes. And what up, Fred?
Do not do so. If you again stay on topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time.
All right, so
Move on to the next speaker. The item is open for public comment.
24 is a special item. So 24 is the one we're watching very closely because it's KDL's money. I don't know what he needs to pay his staffers for, but apparently it wasn't budgeted. Kind of makes me wonder if it's not like an attempt to keep people quiet, because he's actually in trouble for using his office money to host food giveaways, where he put his name on the side of the bus for his food giveaways. So he's actually under investigation by the California Fair Political Practices Commission for doing that.
If you do not do so, council staff will talk to us more. At that point, you need to immediately unmute yourself, or unfortunately, you'll forfeit your speaking time and we will have to move on to the next speaker. Additionally,
But I find this is a good accountability tool. You can see who's coming, who's going. If you just watch the official, you don't really see the full picture of what goes on inside of here.
listen here to the phone so you know in real time when it is your turn to press star and join. Second, if you're listening to this meeting on another device, please turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between feedback and the time delay, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue to listen on your other devices. There's also one final announcement that I'd like to make in the instructions, and if I could have the interpreter to make this announcement aloud. So if you require a Spanish language interpreter,
So these are all just staffers. They just hang out. So I don't know. I guess coming out too many of them to need that type of money. 950,000 is still a lot of money, even if it's down from 2.4.
don't worry, we will pause your time so you will get the same.
Padilla was really going after him yesterday. I think it was about redevelopment money near the Van Nuys Airport because she wants to build more housing, and they seem to be, I guess, giving into the developer or are not acting fast enough. But she was like, and I want the public to see it, which is actually a rare thing because they very rarely will address the chambers here. They basically act like they're just here at like a WeWork office. That's how I'd compare it to. It's like WeWork. Maybe she'll talk to me. I'd like to know more about what that was about.
And speakers, remember you do not have to line up in order.
Councilwoman Imelda Padilla, successor to Nuria Martinez, ousted by the infamous LA Fed tapes, which contained a racist inflammatory conversation featuring Kevin De Leon, former city council member Gil Cedillo, and the president of the LA Fed labor union. So here's our first speaker.
Please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to.
Yeah, name Gary Gonzalez, item 25.
So you have 1 minute for that. Go ahead.
Good morning, my name is Gary Gonzalez, and I'm here on behalf of KDL, the Central American Resource Center. Immigrants in Los Angeles continue to face attacks from the federal immigration system, especially under the threat of mass deportation from President-elect Donald Trump. The city of LA...
This should be the laughingstock of America. This is the worst run city government I've ever seen.
By passing the sanctuary ordinance. The sanctuary ordinance would finally make Los Angeles a true sanctuary.
Airport workers are back, and we want sanctuary ordinance.
No longer contributes to the separation of thousands of families. We urge City Council to protect immigrant families and communities from ICE and pass the sanctuary ordinance immediately. Thank you.
Good morning. Speakers, please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to, and if you'd like, the mic can move. Yes, first. Thank you. Go ahead.
Good morning. Item 25.
So you have 1 minute for the item. Go ahead.
Good morning, Council. My name is Nancy Matan. Today I'm here representing the National Daily Labor Organizing Network. We organize day laborers throughout the country. And today I'm here speaking in support of the country's policy. And I come in with my spirit. So a lot of us were in Sacramento this Sunday, along with hundreds of other immigrant activists and, urging our government to do more, right, during the study session. So I come in my spirit, and see the power that we have, and urging the city of Los Angeles to really be the leader that we need in this moment, especially
I've heard a lot of anti-immigrant talk lately, right? Like, this is Trump's thing, right? He's scaring all of these people who are really just hardworking people who, do the work that, most of y'all won't. Whether it's, growing fruits and vegetables, construction, cleaning hotel rooms. These are the hardworking people of America. And it's ridiculous that they're being threatened like this. I think I know this guy. This is,
Good morning. Could you please remind us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to?
Yes, I'm speaking on item number 25, sanctuary ordinance and general public comment.
Thank you. 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for public comment.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Jason Bautista, and I'm with the Thai Community Development Center, or Thai CDC, serving communities in Hollywood, Thailand. As a non-profit organization that caters to needs of Thais and other marginalized immigrants, I want to express that none of our city's resources should be used for immigration enforcement. Immigrant Angelina's continue to face attacks from the federal immigration system, especially under the threat of mass arrests and deportations from federal elections. Los Angeles should be a city where people can feel safe from immigration enforcement and safe when applying for city services, not worry about private information being gathered and shared with immigration authorities. Our hope believers should go towards supporting immigrant families, not playing a part. We're a city of 4.4 million immigrants, or 33% of the population. We owe it to those that contribute so much to labor, economy, culture, and overall vibrancy of our city. Through the Sanctuary Ordinance, we established Los Angeles as a genuine sanctuary city. Please ensure that immigrants are protected and our families are not separated. I urge City Council to vote aye on the ordinance. Thank you so much.
All right, so this is Rob Kwan of Unreg LA.
Morning, Zachary, would you like to speak to? Morning, bro. If we can get the chatter down to what people would like to speak today, have the council members hear them. I'd like to speak on items 22, 24, 25, and general public comment. 3 minutes for the item, 4 minutes for general. So item 22 is intended to prevent our city from engaging in business with firearm companies that might potentially be involved in straw buying. And I just think that's interesting. Where is the concern for our city employees who they themselves might be facilitating straw buying? And I'm referring to LAPD. Some of the people on this horseshoe approved a handgun roster, and that in effect allows a cop to sell a gun to us that we couldn't normally buy at a store, oftentimes at a 3 times marked up price. I'm sorry. Can I just ask that everybody around the horseshoe keep their voice down just a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing the public comment.
Thank you. And, this is a widespread, pervasive problem. Just Google it. Cops straw buying. There was a police chief recently convicted of this, and he said, if I'm guilty of this, every cop in this nation is going to jail. And this is something we've seen here in LA. I don't know why we don't ban it. Why should cops be facilitating the gun trade through private transfers? It seems really ludicrous. Don't you think, bro?
So can I ask you to move on to the back, please?
Item 25 is on the sanctuary ordinance, and I do appreciate the council advancing this, even though the city attorney stuck in that language that says that LAPD really doesn't need to abide by this. We strongly encourage them to do otherwise. I appreciate Councilwoman Hernandez, Rahman, Soto Martinez, and McCosker introducing their motion to try to get to the bottom of this. The original motion asked for this information on why we can't regulate LAPD, and we never got to see that from the public yet. That's just because we got a confidential report. Hopefully the CLA actually comes back with something. Oftentimes they just kind of pigeonhole things for years on end, and we never get to see it. So this really does fall on the council president making sure the CLA follows up on that. Maybe while they're at it, follow up on that democracy vouchers report that's 2.5 years delayed. And this is just a little weird. Why is it that our elected officials that we put in office can't regulate LAPD? We had Hugo Soto Martinez and Mrs. Hernandez saying that we can't give the Ethics Commission the power to put things on the ballot because they're unelected. Well, apparently our elected officials can't regulate LAPD. So, Councilmember Hernandez, I hope you take this up in the charter reform process if that ever gets off the ground, because this is something we should address. Item 24, where is the disheveled De Leon? Where is the disheveled De Leon? He was defeated by over almost 15%, and now he's trying to take community service funds, redevelopment project funds, and dole out a golden parachute for his staff. And it's been reduced from $2.4 million to $950,000.
Yep.
So obviously we realize how disgusting this is. What kind of horrible precedent are you setting? Stop everything that goes.
Look, she's smiling. She's gonna get paid.
You got to talk about everything that's happening. Is this money for bonuses, severance? Is it a raise?
She's gonna get money.
Is this money that's going to be laundered to pay off Gil and Kevin's tab at Soho House? Is this
his staff working overtime on the campaign trail, recording conversations from his opponent. You know, all of you have your staff out on the campaign trail.
Oh, look at her face. She's so mad.
That system.
She is so mad.
And now you're gonna vote for this.
Look, she's fucking smirking.
I hope you know that that vote will follow you wherever you go, and including the man who seconded this, Paul Gregori, and Mr. Adnix.
$950,000.
Stephanie Martinez, Claude Day, Maria Solea, Gregorio Mendila.
Should we all get golden parachutes like that?
Buenos días, me llamo María Estrada y voy a hacer un comentario público general. Y soy miembro del CIU WW.
Hello, yes, I'm Maria Estrada, I'm going to do general public comment. I'm a member of STI, Just 1 minute, go ahead.
Agradecemos las oportunidades de estar aquí el día de hoy en apoyo a la ciudad santuario para extender las protecciones a los inmigrantes en esta ciudad para sentirnos más protegidos.
Yes, we are very thankful for the opportunity to be here to support the sanctuary ordinance that protects immigrants here in Los Angeles.
Como ya visto, apoyamos nuestras comunidades de inmigrantes porque somos inmigrantes en nuestra ciudad.
As a general, I support as immigrants, we support the immigrant community given that we are immigrants.
Esta ciudad sin nosotros no trabajan
And this city without us does not work.
y necesitamos su apoyo y su liderazgo
And we need your support and leadership
para sentirnos protegidos como ciudad santuario. Gracias.
to feel protected as a sanctuary city. Thank you.
I'm speaking on item 25 in general.
Okay, we have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general comment. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Martinez Pfeffer. I'm a staff attorney at the Center for Immigration Law and Policy at UCLA School of Law. It's pivotal that Los Angeles enact a robust sanctuary ordinance to protect its millions of immigrant residents, among whom are undocumented UCLA students, who I have had the immense privilege of working with on the campaign to secure equal employment opportunities on campus. The sanctuary ordinance will help protect those students, along with all Angelinos, from the anti-immigrant threats of the incoming Trump administration. In its current form, the ordinance enshrines the city's Special Order 40 and Executive Directive 20 policies into law, aligns with already existing state prohibitions on using local resources for immigration enforcement, and protects Angelino data for being shared for immigration enforcement. This sanctuary ordinance is an important first step for our city to prepare for the difficult years ahead.
Thank you, Trump. Not.
Good morning. Hi, buddy. I'm here to speak for item 25 and general comment.
Oh, he came back. Kevin came back.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pedro Coutinho.
Showed up, trying to get his golden parachutes. He's gonna run back away?
And I'm happy to be here to be amongst friends and allies who are in support of the statutory ordinance.
Just smirking, 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 smirking.
This city council to make a statement to the world that we are a city of immigrants, and immigrants, and that our community will not be shy away from the attacks of the.
He's talking to the
We're here to
John Wickham of the Chief Legislative Analyst's office.
Thank you all so much for your support for this type of work.
Eating, snagging. This is what we're doing here. He's got just a few more days left.
Good afternoon, my name is Gregorio Garcia.
See, this guy bills himself, right, as the man of the people, right? Like he cares about his people, but he can't even take the time to listen to him. It's, you know, for somebody who spent so much time being Mr. Latinidad, he's not even paying attention.
¿Quieres hacer un comentario?
Oh, he made the chief legislative analyst laugh. Maybe he's laughing about the $950,000, not $2.4 million golden parachute for his staff. Eating, laughing, doesn't care. John Lee isn't here today. I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen Tracy Park either. Maybe she's exhausted from Nathan Hochman's swearing in yesterday. It was a long day for her. Actually, I ran into Francois Coster of all people there, and she got mad at me for taking a picture. So, these are the people that Kevin De Leon claims to be representing, and he can't even pay attention to them.
And it's important for immigrants to be able to use public services and public transportation without fear that workers will use their private information to contact ICE.
Still eating, not paying attention. Doesn't care. And like, look, how pathetic this is. McCosker's paying attention. John Lee isn't here. Heather Hyde is doing something. Enos Hernandez is kind of listening. Krikorian went in the back. Kevin De Leon is snacking. Blumenfeld went in the back. Yaroslavsky, I thought popped in for a minute and then was out. Rodriguez is chatting with Padilla. Current Price isn't really paying attention. Oh, here comes Yaroslavsky back. Whatever she was doing in the back there, she's now back out.
Thank you. Rent a scroll account program. If your tenant feels like a scam because you still have to pay for something that you're not getting. Item 22 deals with firearms and city contracts. Should we be alarmed? Thank God we have the Second Amendment. Use it or lose it, let's stay protected. Next on the items, let's do 24. Kevin wants money, but what is it for? $950,000, seconded by Paul. Why is council sending funding from redevelopment to cover staffing for Kevin? Who's he paying? Isn't this his last week serving? Before I go on to general, I'll just say for the record, I signed up this Quality Day, which was the name called why I came up here, in case you were wondering, if you didn't hear my name. So with that, I will go ahead and move on to general. I don't want a lot for Christmas, but something that the city needs is an across-the-board refill of LAMC for 118. $3 million is too much spent, not counting the cost of enforcement. What are we doing? Just reveal 4118. Yesterday the council voted to expend 4118. Councilmember Nithya Raman voted yes, she is listening. She lives when she tells the people that she cares about their needs. All she cares about is building more buildings and more buildings. What happened to her promises to reform the government? She was just lying. She supports 4118.
Boom. Yeah. Nithya is not here to listen to that. I haven't seen Nithya. She came out for a minute earlier, but she then went away. All right, so this is Trump's effect. Scaring people into coming to City Hall. Otherwise, I'll be honest, nobody comes. I haven't seen audit here yet today.
Good morning. Chief, please remind us of the Canadian sector funder.
Good morning. Yeah. Francois was mad at me yesterday. 'Cause I took a picture, right? Because I recognized her. And then, like, she was like, why are you taking a picture? And the guy with her was like, was like, you took a picture. I saw your finger. And I was just like, nah. And I tried to walk away. She's like, why are you walking away from me? And then she stood behind me, glaring at me. And then after the swearing in was over, she tried to walk over to LAPD, I think, to complain about me. Because she looked so determined, like an old angry lady, to complain about it. I think it's Masterson's appeal. That's just my guess, because he's appealing, right? And so she probably is trying to like secure favorable support, so try to make the scandal go away. That was just my read on it. She didn't look very good. She's walking with a cane. She looks like she's aged 10 years. Yeah, and like I'm still not sure what the hell exactly is going on between her and LAPD and like things at large. Yeah, I have no problem. She was like, I remember you. I have no problem angering. I don't care about that woman. She's along with Kevin De Leon. She's one of the worst people in Los Angeles. I'm like, I put it on Reddit, like, and like some Scientologist is defending her, like, oh no, she didn't harass the victims of Masterson. She doesn't have any culpability for any of that. Yeah, I mean, even the LA Times doesn't dispute that. So, I'm really wondering, because James Quilly at the LA Times has, really been the one covering that beat for them. Yeah, he's back. He was on paternity leave, but he's back. And I mean, like, I'm not up to date on what the Masterson appeal status is, but like they're gonna push hard for that. They want to get him off. Yeah, I didn't see her. She was with this guy who I didn't recognize either. He was younger than she was. He had kind of a gray beard and he had a baseball cap on, a black baseball cap. And they stood out like sore thumbs. They were just dressed like super casually, like they were going to like Erewhon or something instead of the DA swearing in. Yeah. I don't know. I've heard I'm like stalking Francois Coster. I just want to know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. Yeah. I filmed her in a public place. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I heard people had showed up at her house, like recently, but like I haven't been able to confirm it. But we got 2 more days of Kevin De Leon. He chopped his ass for his staff. He's trying to get money for his staff from $2.4 million to $950,000 this morning.
Yesterday, I have to pick up props. He did come yesterday.
Krikorian seconded it. All right, Korean. Peace in South Korea. I mean, they declared martial law in South Korea. I don't know what's up with Francois Coster's cane. I think that, like, maybe she got in a car accident, would be my guess, or maybe she fell. But it was a visible limp. All right, so Kevin is still chatting through this with his staffer. Maybe she's gonna get like at least $100K. And she got mad at me when I joked, right, that like she's gonna lose her job, because she is gonna lose her job because he got voted out of office. Amigo playing with her hair. I forget her name. I think Sarah Flaherty. I could be wrong on that. I thought it was Sarah. I believe she's his comms director. He's enjoying the music. He's all smiles on his way out. And like, mind you, the guy's been like a career politician for 20 years in California. He was in the California State Assembly. He was pro tem of the California State Senate. He tried to run for U.S. Senate. He tried to run for mayor. lost both of those, and then these tapes got leaked that have really ruined his career. And he's at odds with me over where these tapes came from. No, they never listen. I mean, I wouldn't listen to this guy either. That's why I just like, at this point, I just talk over him because he's not actually saying anything. But like, he's kind of like, this is why I like the camera, because the camera, people behave differently. We need to get one of those mics so we can actually hear what they're saying when they're over there chattering. I mean, the crazy part is they don't even show up to work. And like, mind you, these guys make like $224,000 a year. I have to come 3 days a week for 3 hours. It's like 9 hours of work, like actual seat time here, and then like whatever their committee assignments are. So like really like their total seat time is maybe 15 to 20 hours at most weekly, and they can't even show up for that. So it kind of makes you go like, what the fuck are they doing with the rest of their time? Part of my language. But I've not seen John Lee here yet today. I haven't seen Nithya Raman. Yeah, it's just totally the dream. I mean, KDL's dream is about to go to a hard crash here. You know, half the city's convinced he's a racist, and his political career is basically ruined. Reportedly, he's having a hard time with it. He's been growing a beard. He's looking like he's been drinking. Yeah, maybe he'll write a book. I don't know. I don't think anybody would buy it. He wouldn't sit for an LA Times endorsement interview even, which is really bizarre, because you would think, you know, in his re-election attempt that he would have wanted the newspaper's endorsement. He might have even got it, but he didn't even want to do the interview. It just makes you really wonder what the hell he's hiding. Yeah, I'm still deciding what Mr. Shrimp's deal is, totally. Kevin is literally sitting there going, oh, this is so funny. Exposing LA corruption. I might have to write a book. I mean, the crazy part is you were literally allowed to lie in your autobiographies. Like, I caught like a powerful developer doing that. He lied about his criminal record.
The man who just spoke says he's being accosted and he's being discriminated against. I believe him. What I'm talking about is the newest book by Patricia Cornwell called Quantum. You know, I went through a lot of reading of
I have no idea.
to find out what quantum means. And in here, she says, Neil Bohr.
But we're watching the money, man.
If you don't know what quantum is,
That's what I want to know, the money.
anyone who is not shocked by quantum theory has not understood.
Because you always want to follow the money. And one thing I know is Francois Coster has a lot of money from what I hear. $120,000 is not going to put her out of business. I'm ready to $950,000 like KDL's asking to put her out of business. But screw that lady. Oh, is he going to sit in his chair now? He decided to sit in his chair. Monica's over here complaining about something. So, Monica Rodriguez, close ally of Kevin De Leon. What is she complaining about? Give me a photo opportunity, if you ask me.
Yeah, my name is Carrie Martin. I'm here today to speak to items 15, 25, 22, and general public comment.
So I think the tape was already voted on and we had public hearing at the committee. We have 2 minutes for the other items and 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, so we're not,
I'm sorry.
we're not speaking.
I don't just walk away.
No, but you can speak to that during general.
She's complaining about something.
2 minutes for the item. Go ahead.
All right. My name is Carrie Martin. I use the Denver House. I'm a law fellow of the council, a board member of the National Lawyers Guild Los Angeles, a member of NLGLA's Immigration Steering Committee, and a constituent of CD 13. I'm speaking to you today from unceded Chumash and Conway lands, now colonized as Los Angeles, standing in solidarity with LA's garment workers, immigrants, and low-wage workers to encourage you to take action to protect those who are most vulnerable from what we know is the cops. In addition to economic inaccess and uncertainty, immigrant Angelenos continue to face attacks from the federal immigration system, especially under the threat of mass arrest and deportation from President-elect Trump, who has made known that initiating the largest deportation program in the history of America is a day one priority for his administration. Immigrants are our neighbors, families, community members, friends, and integral to the health and economic success of our city. Many of them are here in this country after fleeing their homes due to the type of authoritarianism, violence, and oppression that we are all in fear of with the incoming administration and its embrace of fascism, white nationalism, and political repression. Sacrificing immigrants
Monica's back.
power will not save us from what Trump's administration has planned, nor will it make us safer. Investing in our neighborhoods, communities, schools, housing, and sustainable economic development is the path to true public health and safety. And with the sanctuary ordinance, the city can ensure that its resources, property, and personnel are not now or in the future being utilized for federal immigration enforcement, including detention, deportation, and family separation.
Hit the like button if you'd like to see this guy go.
Item 22. Speaking of resources, LA has tremendous purchasing power, and we can leverage government contracts to improve business practices of gun dealers and improve public safety. Recent Brady research has shown at least 67 law enforcement agencies in California are procuring weapons from dealers with extensive histories of ATF violations. City health departments would never contract with medical businesses that repeatedly violate health codes, and police departments must do the same when procuring firearms. Vote yes on 22. Great. The garment industry provides thousands of jobs to hardworking immigrants and low-wage workers who depend on this work to support their families. When garment jobs are
What the
lost,
fuck is
it
he
impacts
laughing
not only
about?
individual workers, but also entire neighborhoods. The loss of these jobs
His staffers over there playing with their hair.
affecting local economies and leaving families with limited options in an already challenging job market. Garment workers need policies that protect their right to work and live in this city, and after years of effort and collaboration from all sides, I urge the council to adopt the Downtown LA Community Plan to ensure that these essential workers can continue to be a vital part of our community. More importantly, these action items are an opportunity for you, our elected representatives, wherever you are, to move beyond virtue signaling and optical allyship and make real change. The future of our city depends on leadership with courage and commitment to resist totalitarianism and protect the rights of all of our residents. Adopt the Downtown LA Community Plan, yes on 22, and sanctuary now.
So Monica's gonna go chat with Kevin.
LA, comment and all agenda items. First one, I'm wondering why the first three, and why Council District 14 needs 3 new liquor licenses. Are they the press? I don't know, like what's going on is that we need 3 new ones. I'm gonna say no, but I do give a shout out to Kevin De Leon, who saved the day yesterday because you would not have had quorum. So I thank him for that. So whoever was, he didn't show up and somebody else didn't show up. Okay, I know, I'm back on track. Also Council District 14 with the new, funding the money for the new people coming in. I'm gonna say no to that because I think, she should have to pay her salary to her workers until she proves that the orders will work for the people. Now, Smoke and Scan, I'd like to know what Smoke and Scan thinks about that. I think it's Smoke and Scan, I may be wrong. If he says I'm wrong, I will accept it. Smoke and Scan says I'm wrong. But I think that all y'all coming in should have to prove that you are doing the job for the people, like removing planters that are not ADA compliant, stuff like that, before we pay your staff. Otherwise, if you get your salary, you pay your own staff.
Hernandez is back. KDL and Monica are chatting.
Because, you know what, I know he wants those planters removed, and I appreciate that. And I know you got my back. I know he puts it in, I know, like you are. I just do that with all my heart. So, okay, Ms. Media's not listening. You were doing so good in this video. She's backtracking. She owes me an apology now because she's not listening to me. And this wrong is still owes me an apology.
Many have said that they should go to nighttime, but it is daytime.
Like, not all 4 of you guys texting are horrible water. I'm going to drink our water. If you basically paid me, I use the bottled stuff. And what do you do? Do you use the tap water or do you use bottled water? I'm curious to know. I'll catch it on the replay crew. But you guys are making things like Disney-esque. Okay, if you're doing it so overboard, even though we have a $100 budget, why don't you get money from outside sources to pay for this stuff? I mean, that would be outstanding. That's what LAPD does, right? They have people funnel money through foundations. We have no idea who they are. And then they get what they want. I'm just saying the city should do the same thing on the water reclamation one. They should get outside sources to help fund this stuff if they're going to make it Disney-esque. It's on there. It's on there. You can keep looking. I don't know. Well, let's talk about the city attorney stuff. I kind of think that you have a conflict of interest, and I don't think you can rule against me when it comes to city attorney stuff, because I think you work for her. You're her employee, so I don't know. It's a conflict of interest. So I kind of wanted to hear it correct from yesterday. You were ruling me that I was off topic. But with all the city and stuff, needing all these outside sources to audit cases and stuff, why is that? Why are there so many cases? Why does this case need a certain auditor? I would like to know. Okay. General public comment. Does anyone have a time when the non-APA planters will be removed from the cult of Scientology's surrounding complex? And can I, as a person of the APA community, can I do self-help at this point? Because you guys have since June to remove these planters. And Mr. Diablo, Mr. Diablo, you got better. You're going to want another apology. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of her. You know, she didn't show up yesterday. I heard she wanted to get back to the valley. But Mr. De Leon, in all fairness, he showed up when he didn't have to. He did save the day. I'll give him that. Now, Mr. Price said that he was going to look into this planter thing, but he said there's still no goal. I mean, that he hasn't done it yet. I swear Mr. McCosker wants to, but we need Hugo to do it. It's Hugo's area. If Scientology was, you know, in Mr. McCosker's area, those planters would be gone. I have zero doubt. I know for sure.
Before the next speaker begins, I will call two more names. Greg KDL, Ginger Chan, Eleanor Ramos, David Castellano, Darnell Lucky, and Bertha Gaines.
So, like, literally, Marquis Sarasossin stepped out to current price. Imelda is here. Tracy Park hasn't shown up yet today. I haven't seen Nithya Raman yet today. Rodriguez is chatting with Kevin De Leon. Here's Soto Martinez. Yaroslavsky is over here chatting with McCosker. Monica is in Blumenfeld's seat. Kevin De Leon is barely sitting in his seat. Paul Krikorian has 2 more days. Eunice Hernandez is chewing gum. And Heather Hutt has not looked up the entire meeting. This is your Los Angeles City Council, folks. This is a joke. And Herman's gonna sing. Come on down to City Hall.
Sucks like this one, and I'm talking about this one in particular because the funding of the stepping costs that I'm pulling out of my secret Santa hat sucks a big one like this one.
This is why you come to council.
The motion by De Leon and Mr. Harris Dawson, choking on my monkey, is that the general city purpose fund is that purpose. You got the money, spend the money. If you got a dick, don't act like a dick, but be one and support Kevin De Leon and use the money for your staff. It's an excellent idea, folks. It's the most common idea that even I, when I become the mayor of the fucking governor of this state, I'm gonna make changes. Thank you.
Item 24 is Kevin De Leon's staff money.
Yeah, I'm talking about what we're gonna communicate today regarding the personnel immigration enforcement, which is I
Look, Monica's laughing.
Like that. See, we need consideration about this so-called sanctuary.
Look at these comfy too. They are so comfy.
That jackass moron Biden had the borders open, making us believe that he's gonna pardon you. But instead, what did he do? He fucked up California and fucked up this state. That's why I say support the justice of Trump. More eyes, more Trump, and more I-45. Now, as far as my general public comment, you know, all these policies suck a dick like this one. All these policies, even their budget in Los Angeles sucks a dick like this one. We can't be a sanctuary city and suck a big one like this. We need to support legal immigration. We need to fund legal immigration and not this
I mean,
big one.
Hey Rosetta, I think they make bigger ones than that. It's a big one, but it's not that big. Like, I've been watching Harina on Amazon Prime, which is a Mexican action comedy, and they have a character called Big Dick Ramirez, and that dick is massive. That one is just a little one. Like, somebody send these guys a Venmo so they can get a bigger dildo.
You stole from these immigrants to have two wives and use city money to give them insurance. Now who got fucked? Trump!
They can't handle it. All right, so we're going to go back to ignoring the average people of the city who are doing the actual work. Yeah, I know. I should start doing some thumbnails. Mostly I'm just super busy. Different things, different stories, trying to get people to want to support journalism. Otherwise, there's no I here. So if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like at least.
Item 13, the energy is environmental, the closure of the refinery, item 76. Okay. I represent the Western States Original Council of Carpenters, the local 562 out of Long Beach. We fight for
Hugo's decided to pay attention, but KDL and Monica have not. See, so they don't even care, right? They don't care about the average people of this city. Whatever the hell they're talking about over there, they could be listening to this guy who has taken time off from work to come here to say his piece, right? And they wouldn't even let him speak on the item he wanted.
electricians is going to affect us all. My concern is the council is concerned, council Congress is concerned is when they do tear down that property and they start revitalizing it. We want the jobs to be up under this Davis Union Act. So the union members can have good access with good jobs, wages, and benefits. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
What the fuck is Kevin Allen still eating?
Let's see, where's Matzo Yanessa? And are you gonna stop number 44? Yes, Kevin's gonna raise the office holder account, so CD 14 is $1 left in it. Let's give her that.
Yeah, greedy Kevin. I mean, it went down from 2.4 million to 950,000. We'll give him that.
Yes, it was his idea. So when Isabel Gerardo gets in there, the office holder account normally has about 3 million in it. It's going to have about 44 cents. That'll be enough.
Oh, he's shaking his head. KDL is a frat party. He just shook his head and laughed at that. He's literally taking He wanted 2.4 million. Now it's 950,000 to pay his staff on the way out of office.
And again, KDL is for sale till Friday. The sale ends at midnight Friday. 4,000. 5,000 sold. Number one. That's right. Congratulations. You will liquor license. Over 4,000, be sure. Number two, South Kevin. 12,500 is a one prize. Number two, you win a liquor license, 841 West Henry Boulevard. Let's go. See, prize, this is the way we sell at council office, brother. Number three, $7,400 is a winner. You get a 1201 South Oak Street, a liquor license in perpetuity. Thank you very much. We'll give it back to go, Papa. Thank you. And remember, that's what we want here. We want all the council offices to be openly for sale. We don't want any more campaign donations. We want open, honest fraud here in the neighborhood. Honest about it. How about that, Mr. City Attorney? I mean, I can go to any other you want. Why don't you pick the next item and I'll speak on it? Let's try that. Well, what's that? It's like Kevin, what do you need to tell them? Well, Kevin, will you tell them when you get these items to speak on number 25? That's right, everybody. See? Current price is gonna go to prison. Tomorrow they're gonna send us trial days. They're gearing up charges on his Wi-Fi here because he doesn't know how to sell his office. I want every council member here to sell their office openly and transparently so we can go online.
That glare, right?
And buy our council members. I'm tired of campaign donations. I'm tired of fucking voting. I'm tired of my meal boxes with the lie. I'm tired of the bullshit. You know, I'm fucking tired of it. I want to fucking openly be able to buy my own council member. So make it happen, Mr. President. Let me go online and let me own one of these 15 seats. I'm willing to buy it. How about it, everybody?
Yeah.
Before the next speaker begins, I will call up the Anna High Cruz, Gloria Miguel.
I want to ask KDL about the money. I want to know what this 950,000 is for. And originally it was 2.4 million. So they cut it at the start of today's meeting. Did he like harass somebody or something? You know, because that's what Weezer did, and he needed money.
Across the nation, law enforcement agencies spent $5 billion with law enforcement guns. That figure did not include ammunition or other supplies.
All right, Marquise is back. So wherever Marquise went, he's back.
However, we know that's not the case.
He's laughing, he's smiling, he's got his staffer.
The very notion that cities would be spending taxpayer dollars to further fuel the gun violence crisis in this country by allowing these gun dealers to profit is unacceptable. These are the exact investments that are making our cities unsafe, and we have an opportunity today to correct that by passing the Thank you.
I couldn't tell if he was for or against the straw sales of guns.
David Basham, the Apartment Association of Greater Los Angeles, speaking on general public comment referring to item 13. We appreciate that the motion recognizes that any new eliminate gas appliances and install energy efficient systems will create huge new costs for rental housing providers and renters alike, especially those operating under the rent stabilization. Purchasing properties is simply cost prohibitive to make such substantial changes to major appliances, especially for older and smaller buildings. This It's not just the cost of appliances themselves, it includes furnaces, water heaters, clothes dryers, and stoves, but also skilled labor of electricians to install new electric panels, wiring, and heavy-duty electrical plugs to handle the huge increase in electricity demand.
So,
We urge the city council to make sure that any
people are here today doing their business.
buildings are at least a new
The media is here. I'm not sure why the media is here today. They're here for something.
Planet, the cost are too high for independent small rental housing providers as well as blue-collar renters to bear. Thank you.
Sure, Salvador Sarmiento, campaign director with the National State Labor Organizing Network and Loans.
And which item do you want to speak to?
Item, I think it's 25, the sanctuary city. Thank you. So we all made time to be here tonight, this morning. Atención. Compañeros, compañeras, I'll make it quick. Today, this vote for the sanctuary city policy is super important, but the one message we want to give this morning is just that this cannot be the end of LA City Council or the mayor's defense of LA. This is the beginning, right? The disinformation, the attacks, whatever's coming, it starts today. And so that's basically a lot of our community organizations are here, are listening over the phone and whatnot. This has to start today. We need to be, every staffer and every council member needs to know how to defend the policy, explain the policy, what it does, and what it does not do. Okay? And so hopefully we all understand that today is only the beginning.
All right, so is he going to go over and talk with Padilla? He's going to go talk with Padilla. He's going to have his little conversation. Maybe he's trying to get the money approved. He's trying to lobby votes for his staffing money. So it went down from 2.4 million to 950,000 this morning, and Corian seconded it. Golden parachutes for his office staff, which to me suggests that like perhaps he doesn't want somebody to talk.
And we work with a significant number of immigrants in South Central, and we have seen what the first Trump administration was able to do, and we fear of what they threatened to do in the second administration. Therefore, we urge you to pass or reject sanctuary policy, especially given these increased threats that we face under the second Trump administration. Immigrants make up about a third of the city population, 4.4 million, of whom almost half, 2.2 million, are the ones who are facing this threat. But this immigrant population, all of us, me included, are an integral part of the rich cultural tapestry that is LA. And what we need, what we all need, is for the city to stand in solidarity with us to reassert the city's leadership on immigrant rights.
And I got so wasted, man, in Cabo last night. I barely made it back to work today. I'm sweating buckets. Padilla, won't you just help me pay my staff off? And I'm lying about those tapes because I'm in deep trouble because they got something on me. His lawsuit is going to go to trial next June. It's not ill. He's been drinking. 100%. Like, he's been sweating, right? So it's actually quite air conditioned in here. I'm in a full suit. I'm quite comfortable. But like I'm in a suit, right? I'm comfy. I'm not sweating like that. But like, look at this guy. He's just sweating away. And it is really quite, the beard, maybe he trimmed it a little bit or he shaved like over the weekend, but he's been growing this beard now. And it really just makes you wonder. Like, I did ask somebody else, I'm like, is Kevin okay? And they're like, yeah, like they had heard too that he was having a hard time with taking the loss to Isabel Jurado, who will be replacing him, I believe, on Friday. Actually, maybe next week it's the 9th, it's December 9th. I gotta look at my calendar. But he is, I think, over there trying to get approval for his staff money from her because he needs the votes. Otherwise, he can't give them golden parachutes. He's ignoring these people, right? So the guy ran that he was like Mr. Latino, and he's ignoring the people here who are trying to get sanctuary. Like, he's not even listening to them. And it just shows you what a huge hypocrite Kevin De Leon is. Meow. Meow at him. Meow.
For Los Angeles as a true sanctuary city.
La industria de la costura representa más de 20,000 inmigrantes.
The garment industry represents more than 20,000 immigrants.
Garment industry. These people make your clothes, folks.
And that is why it's important for us to be a sanctuary city so that we do not feel fear when we go to our jobs.
No tener el temor de que las autoridades
And when we come to this kind of work, so that we may prosper, so that we may secure a good future for our families.
Por eso, en nombre de la comunidad, que protejan la ciudad, Angelino, que seamos una ciudad sin discriminación por ser
Still chatting.
And that's why
He looks really serious now. We need to get one of those listening devices where we can hear across the room so that we can hear what they're saying. So if anybody wants to support technology here for public accountability, our biggest problem is we cannot hear what they're saying when they're over there chatting like this. Because if we could, they might not do it. But they're not listening to this guy. And like, this is just an average guy. He's a garment worker, I think. So like, when you want to deport people, you're deporting these people. These are honest, hardworking people. The number of people I had in my chat on Thanksgiving Eve going, oh no, no immigration. Look, this is who you're deporting. It's not hard to be a decent human being, and Kevin De Leon most certainly is not a decent human being. Still chatting with Padilla. She got tired sitting in her chair. I haven't seen Blumenfeld in a while. It's that's Councilmember Padilla who's chatting with De Leon. That's Padilla with De Leon, right? Yeah. He's probably trying to get the money approved, right? Like, give me the golden parachutes for my staff. Like, don't have them snitch on me. Because, like, that was Weezar's problem. Weezar got in a sexual harassment scandal, and so he needed the bribe money to pay off the woman to silence her. So that's what I'm wondering what's up with him and that money, because it was $2.4 million, and now it's $950,000. That's what. Yeah. He was just cruising back here. He had people show up. He was meeting with them. Yeah, cash money. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what they're saying is that tomorrow they're going to schedule the trial date. I'm thinking Superior Court, but I can check probably here and find out later. Yeah, and I mean, there's been certainly a question about Curran's charges and like whether some of it should have been ethics or if it's really felonious. And of course, Gascon was the one who filed them. So it's not like he's getting the U.S. Attorney's Office after him, which would make it a little more confident. I mean, it's kind of like voting on Projects Right, where his wife is a relocation specialist on, to get tenants out, getting her health benefits while he was still married to another woman. Yeah, and he tried really hard, I think, to actually divorce her. So it's kind of overplayed. It kind of comes off like they're targeting a black politician. And so a lot of people in South LA have been very, kind of skeptical of the charges. Not everybody gets hit with like 7 felonies like that. But he's a public official, and, that's it's very questionable what goes on in the city. I mean, people say the same thing about Mark Ridley Thomas, right? But like, I went to that the other week, and he's arguing that it was simply nepotism, and the nepotism is okay, but it's not corruption with USC. And like, it just comes off like they're targeting the black politicians.
And it's important for the
Meow. Yeah, meow. Meow for Imelda Padilla. Meow. Meow.
No tener ese miedo a que no puedes regresar con tu familia a la casa, a no tener ese miedo de separación de familia. Es importante que sea una ley sin
Have a little bit of fun.
And to not be afraid of coming home and finding that your family is not there, or not being able to be reunited with your family, or just to be separated from your family, and it's important to have a support system.
No importa cuál sea nuestro origen, cuál sea nuestra lengua o cultura, solo les pedimos que protejan a los trabajadores inmigrantes argelinos. Gracias.
And it does not matter your skin color, your origin,
Hi, Eleanor. I'm a member of the United States I have been working for Delaware North at LAX for 20 years. I moved near the airport in 2008 because it was affordable. However, in 2017, my building was one of the many rental units sold for much land. Since then, my rent has doubled from $925 to $1,800 a month. At LAX, our wages have simply not kept up with the cost of living. I believe the homelessness problem will grow even bigger as our city becomes more unbearable. We need strong action from our council. This is why mi nombre es Laura Silver y estoy aquí para comentario público.
Yeah, my name is Lawrence Developer, General Counsel.
He trabajado en LAX por más de 22 años y estoy aquí para exigir que le pongan fin a la crisis en LAX. ¿Hay solo una palabra?
I worked in LA for 22 years, or over 20 years. I did. I'm here to demand that you put an end to the crisis at LAX.
Hay solo una palabra que viene a la mente para describir las condiciones de trabajo en LAX: explotación.
And there's only one word that comes to mind to describe the working conditions at LAX: exploitation.
Si nosotros el aeropuerto y los sectores de transportación y de turismo no funcionan.
Without us, the airport and the tourism and transportation sectors would not function.
Sin embargo, los sueldos son demasiado bajos.
And yet the wages are too low.
Y el beneficio de cobertura no es lo suficientemente alto para que los trabajadores esenciales podamos vivir.
And healthcare coverage and benefits are not enough for essential workers to be able to live.
Es crucial que se implemente una escalera para los beneficios de salud.
And it's crucial to have a healthcare benefit ladder to be implemented.
Ya que sin esta escalera seguiremos atrapados en esta crisis de los costos de salud.
Because without this ladder, we will continue to be trapped in this healthcare cost crisis.
Yo tengo biles que tengo que pagar cada semana.
Maybe she could try to get him a job.
Y necesito que por favor.
So Kevin is still chatting with Imelda over there. We're having quite the conversation. They've been going for a little while. Costco got some coffee. John Lee is not here today. Heather Hutt. She's been she's reading something with Hernandez over there. Marquise Harris Dawson is presiding. Tracy Park I haven't seen today. I saw her yesterday at D.A. Hockman swearing in. KDR Slavky is in her seat talking with Hugo. I'm not sure where Monica went. She must have gone in the back. Nithya Raman I haven't seen yet today. Current Price was here earlier, but he's no longer in his seat. Krikorian is not in his seat. Blumenfeld is not in his seat. So quite literally, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 15 are present. And again, there's no. They can be in the back and just.
Recent research has shown that at least 67 law enforcement agencies in California are procuring weapons from dealers with extensive histories with AT Act violations. If we can join other California cities who has strong procurement policies and ordinances. We can replicate what they did in New Jersey and leverage our contracts, which will influence venues to implement best practices and to strictly follow ATF regulations if they would like to be considered to be lucrative contracts. Thank you.
Good morning. Please go on to name each item number. Items you'd like to speak to.
Tom Brody, item number 15.
Fernandez is going to come over and talk with the unions, right? This is Live Unite here, Mr. Sherps.
Generally, I became involved as a Skid Row resident in the coalition, Skid Row now in 2040, when the coalition first began in 2017. I no longer live in Skid Row, but I'm still actively involved in the coalition. The bottom line for me...
So, Skid Row is in Kevin De Leon's district. No, you're good, you're good.
...is that when the EPLA 2040 process was led by the Department of City Planning,
Yeah. Meow. Meow.
And so the question is, what is
Oh,
implementation?
they're breaking it up now. Adios, Kevin De Leon. Oh, I think this is his staff over here with the hat. This guy has the best hair. Let's send Imelda to his hairstylist.
Huh?
Let's send Imelda to his hairstylist. Oh, yeah, get a nice clean cut.
He looks so good. He apologized to me when he did wrong immediately. Almost the first time he saw me.
We speak for transition, we understand that the firm does have to hold, but we like to live it.
I think that this is even more of a joke than it was 2 years ago. I think it's getting worse.
I was amazed to see what a joke it is. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what it was this bad. That's why I'm down here.
It's this bad. I mean, I've been covering this since like basically October 2022 when all hell broke loose for the Fed tapes, and it is actually getting worse. And like, what's really pathetic is, I mean, today is like seriously like a business day, right? We got Thanksgiving. You know, what's your excuse for not being here? John Lee's not here. Tracy Park isn't here. I don't know where Blumenfeld went. And like, they don't even pay attention to the average people, right? Who are you know, coming here with legitimate issues.
Good morning. Please remind us of the name of my staff member and the items you'd like to speak to.
My name is Sir Maldonado.
1 minute to jump.
Yes, my name is Sergio Maldonado. Representing partners like my
Please go.
I work at the I came off
I'm not sure. I think he's shaking her down for a vote on his staff money. That's what I think. Because like 24 is really the item today. I mean, sanctuary is going to pass.
We're about to be losing because the Orange County position won't put us in a position with steady work. So a lot of people.
Yeah, you're right. She looks really solemn now. So like, as soon as Kevin went away from Imelda, she went. I think he's just, I'm not sure. I think he's just staffer. I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out who's staff.
In many ways, got family members there, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends I grew up with. They all work there, and they bought their houses, and they live in the area, right, in the South Bay area. Another way to affect Senate 66 is very involved in the community. It helps out with the teen centers down there, all over the South Bay area. So it affects us all in a very big way, and we need a secure and safe transition for the workers that are going to be jobless. So we're hoping this turned into a carpenter job for our members. Thank you.
Si se puede.
All right, you guys ready for more?
So, before you begin, Mr. Herman, you know the rules. Please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning.
McCoster's checking out.
Greenspan, UCLA football sucks dick like this. All items and general public comment. Now, let's sing.
Kevin Daly slipped in the back.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Kevin Daly. Oh, yes, I sure wish Santa would bring me 950,000. Now, who's in charge of this budget? I mean, say it isn't so, Sharon. Sharon, so, you've been around every budget since 1986. Say it's not so. But look at her figures. We're talking about her six-figure salary, which is probably a third of this Christmas budget. Staff is given to Daily O on the night for yes, Daily O. Bye-bye. Well, now let's go to liquor stores. Yes, that's the last thing we need in LA. You know,
Yeah, there are, I think, 3 more liquor stores into Kevin De Leon's district.
You get drunk and you eat fish, and since I was 7 years old, you tried to shove that fish of your false doctors down my throat. Well, let me teach you a new word. It's called temperance. Control your drinking.
Blumenfeld is back.
MPHJA. Make Oil Heights Jewish again, so we don't have a bunch of drunken wetbacks getting drunk and passing out on the street. I'd rather make you call running the neighborhood. At least it'd be a cleaner neighborhood. Now, as far as the kids, let's go to Phil
Mr. Herman, I just got done warning you, do not disrupt public comment. I can't hear what Mr. Greenspan saying, Mr. President, because Mr. Herman's been warned, he is eligible for removal. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, fuck you, bro. For what? He's fucking sitting on my fucking lap, you motherfucker! He's sitting on my fucking lap! Don't fucking touch me!
Sergeants, please escort Mr. Herman and our current speaker from the...
Fuck you! I didn't do shit! He has it on video. This fucking faggot was touching me! Don't fucking touch me! What the fuck's wrong with you? Are you gay? Get your fucking hands off me! Don't do it! Don't fucking do it, bro! You fucking touching me? Don't fucking touch me in my fucking house! Do you understand? I told the sergeant at work, he's fucking touching me! No! Don't touch me! Don't fucking touch me! I'm fucking leaving, you fucking bastard!
Yes, please. He was being assaulted.
He was being assaulted.
You're fucking touching me, you fucking
He kept leaning
nigger!
into him, he sat on his hand.
Sat on my fucking hand, you fucking faggot!
You don't throw a guy out for that shit. He's defending himself. You don't do it. He's being assaulted. He's being fucking assaulted.
You see? Someone said he's trying to scare my dog. He's fucking with me. Don't fuck with me, asshole. That's Greenspan's. Fuck you, asshole. God bless Trump. Trump. Fucking asshole. Fuck you, bro. And fuck you, you fucking spoon sample motherfucker. Asshole.
Thank you for your patience. Go ahead, your time is pausing.
Now, the officers took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and uphold the laws. That means federal laws, immigration laws. As far as I'm concerned, everybody in the Los Angeles State Department violating their oath.
Okay, so that was that.
When Trump takes office, he should bring in the federal troops on day one. I guarantee you.
Yesterday, KDL was playing nice with Herman, right? Like, oh, you know, you got any more food giveaways? Yeah, I'll help you, my friend.
March it down, march through the desert, put your prison camp, and then let the federal troops take over. And they enforce the law. Hey, they had to take over Phoenix City, Alabama, way back in the 50s.
dude needs to be arrested. He's touching him. No one has to witness.
Corruption. I don't care. Now, what else do we have on here? Oh, there's something from the environmental Davies district, number 23. You know, she should do her job. She always admits to committee meetings and everything else and getting a big fat paycheck for doing nothing but playing with her book. I'm just tired of it. Now we have a few things going on, and I just thought this, let those few seconds go by as I go through public comment. We have an incident that in 2021, it involves the DO, the nurse, the AO, and the union boss.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I have press club. You have to submit like written work, right, to show like you're producing journalism, and then you have to pay them, of course. But this is an actual press credential, right, which is like recognized by the police department. It's not the same as having like the LAPD pass, which lets you go behind the lines, or the sheriff's one.
I want to get that one because
Yeah, I've tried to get the LAPD one, and they were like, "Oh well, your stories didn't qualify for getting behind the police line." But I'm gonna try again here really soon. And then I think the sheriff's one is easier to get, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Fire's easiest. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it helps. This is where this is getting really blurry as to who's a journalist and who isn't. But to have like objective work, and like writing is work. You see, I put out quality journalism. I have for several years here now about this. But it's unfortunate that escalated.
Press club, right? Is the credentialing
Yeah.
agent, the press club.
Yeah, it's the LA Press Club, Los Angeles Press Club. Got my member number on it, and it expires. It came again October 15th of 2025. It was like $100, but yeah. I believe I sent in some like article clips to show work.
They have to deal with the dude that was causing the headache.
Yeah, it's been an issue here for going back to Nuri Martinez, and even before that, with people doing racist things, threatening people. Really the council is quite afraid sometimes of the audience members, and they've even subjected them to kind of police investigations over if they're actually a threat to the council. But at the same time, right, like nobody actually investigates what goes on with city council except for when it gets really bad, and then the feds come in, the district attorney will kick ball, that type of deal. So I think Kevin is in real trouble.
He's here making deals.
Yeah, he's been making deals. I was watching him yesterday. I had to figure out who those people were.
So it looks like she made a deal with them.
Yeah.
But then again, let's not remember how she got her sick. He might have some info. He might have something.
I think Imelda at heart is a good person.
I don't deny that.
I think that she's come up in this like bare knuckle political world, and even though she's like generally well intentioned, that this place gets to you, right? Just the environment here is not conducive to professionalism. This is the least professional government I've ever seen.
Yeah, the neighborhood councils are way more professional.
Yeah.
Who was the one touching him?
I think it was the white guy with the like sweater.
I want to go to the.
I think he walked away.
We need to deal with that.
Yeah, I hope they don't lock him up. I hope they don't lock up Herman. Yeah, they're probably just going to bounce him out. He's been bounced before.
And items 17 through 28. So again, the items that are open for public comment is items 1 through 3 and items 17 through 28.
So we're watching 24 though, because that's KDL's money.
22. Like we said before, criminals do not get their guns from a gun dealer. They get them from other hands. So if you're gonna allow it to happen, again, go back
So
to
this is the city administrative officer,
from the government.
Matt Zabo. And actually, I know the speaker on the phone. His name is Richard Serrano, and he actually ran as a writing candidate against Padilla. He didn't have any luck, of course, but new thing to meow for Imelda.
On 28.5, none of us had a choice on where we were born and who our parents were. So to protect the people here, again, being born in Orange County does not make you native. The people just want the opportunity to work. Get rid of the criminals that need to please. But protect the family people, the neighbors. They need to be like a weed from when we were a kid. If that's what you're saying, that means you're both criminals, right? It's not just one-sided, it's always going to be that. And English is not the native language of America, the USA. So, let's go with public comment. After a phone call to the controller's office yesterday,
Hold on. You said you wanted to go to general comment.
no. Kevin DeLeon and the rest of the city council. I'm trying to figure out why Marquis backed him up on his motion to move forward. The city controller flagged it, the city attorney flagged it. Why would he back that to give raises to an outgoing office? It just blows my mind that you guys would do that. As a new city president would allow it and back it. You second that, Marquis. Why would you do that? You're hurting your own city. You're showing that there is no transparency there. Why would you put that kind of money out there?
Yep, 904. So this is the story we're covering, right? Kevin wanted $2.4 million in staff raises. This morning it got cut to $950,000, and he's literally going to be out of office on the 9th.
Shout out to the small community, everyone here. Yeah, we're not going to agree on everything. And to the people that are in the chamber, 100% I support the union workers. They need to have what they get. The other people that want to earn that kind of money, take the time to do the courses and getting in line, put your name on the list, get those jobs. Now, if you don't want to pay $20 an hour to the workers that work at McDonald's, so you don't have to pay that $15 Happy Meal, don't go. But don't get mad at the people that are trying to survive and trying to make a living. Those jobs were there way before those workers came in. The opportunity was there, and they took it. So don't be mad because they don't speak English. Because there's a lot of people here that were born here speaking English and all colors of the region. They didn't take those jobs. They take it because that's the only way they can get it. God bless everyone. Again, shout out to the Smoke Stand community.
So this is the city administrative officer, Matt Zabo, which is pretty much the most powerful unelected position in the city. This guy oversees contracting, he oversees budgeting. He is a really powerful guy in this city, and it was very prim and proper. He's out. All right, so left we got Kosker, Heather Hyde, no Johnny. Where Marquise presiding, Yaroslavsky's chatting with Hugo Soto Martinez. Monica Rodriguez went somewhere. I haven't seen her in a while. Nithya Raman I have not yet seen today. Rolled her eyes at me the other week. Kern Price is here. He's going to be in court tomorrow, apparently, on his felony charges. And then Tracy Park hasn't been here today at all. And Imelda, to Imelda we say, meow. Meow. I mean, she does need a good brush, but... him off. Direct. Smoking scan, no.
Public comment by telephone and in person. What's before us to vote on, Mr. Clerk?
Call my name, I had to take a piss, and now I can't get this meeting.
We're going to ask you to stop disrupting the meeting, Mr. City Attorney.
Yes, Mr. Smith, please do not disrupt this meeting. Just to be clear, your name was called, but you weren't here, and then public comment in person was closed and moved to virtual. So again, please do not disrupt.
This is Adam Smith from the LA Community Action Network.
Mr. President, would you like to see that item number 25?
See you later, Wayne.
They reopened it yesterday for additional two speakers.
Would the council like to vote
What
on
are they
item
missing?
number 5?
They reopened it.
Yes. Let's open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
25.
Because they reopened it. It's two people that reopened it.
Okay, so this is Sanctuary City. So everybody unanimously voted to, again, make LA a Sanctuary City. I think it goes to the mayor's office now.
I'll be
True.
on the lookout, that's why I say.
23, and 26, 27. I mean, 28.
All right, you continue to disrupt the meeting. You're dismissed from this meeting, Mr. Smith. All right. Mr. Clerk, if you could read again the items that are reported at this time.
Yes, items 1 and 2, 18 through 21, 23, 26, and 28.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Wait, where did 24 go? Specials on 24. Okay, so they just voted on 1, 2, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 28?
Yes. So there should be 2 votes on that.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay, here's Kevin De Leon's money.
Whether to substitute.
All right.
It went down from 2.4 million to 950,000 here. Golden parachute payouts to his staffers. No, don't vote for it. Everybody voted to pay his staff.
And the second vote would be on the matter itself.
All right.
So this is just a really bad government. They shouldn't be getting paid on their way out the door, but of course nobody else wants to get their staff not paid for.
All right, what's the next?
So $950,000 just went to Kevin De Leon's staffers on his way out of office. That's what's happening here today.
And before we proceed with that, sorry, Mr. Watts, please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first note of formal one.
That's
All right,
big money.
Item 22 is before us. Mr. Corey is not available to make a comment, so let's open the roll on that item. Close the roll.
Woo!
Tabulate the vote.
He's gonna take it to Vegas.
All right, what's next?
He just got $950,000 for his staff from your money.
Please prepare the room for closed session for item number 27.
All right, so they're gonna kick us out now.
Includes clearing the room for everybody except for council members and staff. City attorney.
That's ridiculous. I think maybe Imelda wanted to vote against that.
Department staff.
Like literally, his staffers are gonna lose their jobs because he lost the election, because he insulted everybody in the city, and they just got $950,000 in payouts. And then, I'm not sure why the news is here. I think the news is here for Sanctuary City. I think they're here for the Sanctuary City story. Did you guys catch that? Kevin De Leon just got $950,000 in salaries for his staff, right? And he's leaving office. It went down from 2.4 million to 950K. That's real money. That's Vegas money. Ridiculous. If I could get money like that, I would be a happy customer. Instead, that's your money.
You rejected from this meeting.
All right, so they're going to close, but I think they might be coming back. All right, so they're going to boot Wayne Spindler out here. Yeah.
Walk up and sit on another man's hand on a wood stool, dude. That's a grown man. That's not a baby. That's not a 10-year-old child. That's a grown man. A grown man does not do that.
I can't believe they just gave that money to Kevin De Leon staffers like that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see Eunice's bitching about it, right?
Yeah,
She's
like
on TV all the time.
I think they all voted because they don't want to, risk their staffers not getting money in the future. Yeah.
The laughing fucking cop, right? If I did that, where would I be now?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where would I be?
You'd be in jail.
I'd be in Metro, fucking buck. Right?
Exactly.
Fucking Metro, fucking buck. And these motherfuckers know. They fucking know, right? Where would I be if I did that shit? You know? You know where I'd be? I'd be over in Metro. I'd be booked on fucking assault charges. Okay? But not Clark.
All right, so the news media is getting kicked out too.
Right?
All right, so city administrative officer is coming in, which means they're talking money here again. And lawsuits. They only do this when they talk about money and lawsuits, right?
Well, if that's Clark, because Clark thinks that shit's funny. The fuck would I be? If it was Greenspan, if it was Meany, if it was
All right,
Herman,
here comes the assistant city administrative officer, Edwin Gibson.
where the fuck would I be?
Sir, looking for unicorns. And there goes, there's LAPD.
You're telling me he's staying in a closed session? Who? The guy that sat on Herman's hand. He just fell the fuck in there. You forgot something. Maybe he'll stay. He should stay. That's the part. I mean, you go sit on a guy's fucking hand.
Sanctuary City! Woohoo! Sanctuary City! Donald Trump and Kevin De Leon greedy, $950,000. He's going out of office and he's going to pay his staff, and they all voted for it. I'm pressed. Yeah. That's ridiculous, though. That's where I have an opinion. For good government, right? That vote was inappropriate because he is leaving office. So what is the justification to pay $950,000 to a man who insulted Oaxacans? He insulted African Americans. He insulted Mike Bonin's kid. And I want to know what that money is for, because remember Weezer? Weezer needed the money to pay the settlement to his staffer who he harassed. And then Weezer, of course, right, had the same seat, CD14. So I'm going to CPRA that. I want to know where that money went. Tracy Park couldn't even be bothered to show up today. John Lee couldn't show up either. John Lee is actually suing the Ethics Commission. At 2 hours. So I think the news is here on Sanctuary City, as are these folks. Donald Trump, of course, is scaring everybody, all the hardworking people in the city. So this is the Trump effect, right? This is Trump playing games, trying to scare people. Hardworking people, honest people who they should be listening to and paying attention to. And instead, they are literally just barely showing up for work and paying off Kevin De Leon's staffers. What would you do if you got $950,000, right? Like, can you imagine your boss is giving you $20,000 on the way out? You know, you quit and your job ends, right? Here's $20,000. Here's $40,000. That's what Kevin just did. After insulting everybody, being rude to Isabel. Yeah, Kevin De Leon is the worst one of them right now. And he's not even going to be here any longer. He's got through the 9th. I asked Tracy Park yesterday if she was going to miss Kevin, and she just kind of laughed and walked away. It's on my Instagram. Nithi didn't show up today. So, like, they're talking official city business in there, and it's not even, like, a real quorum. But this is LA City Hall. This is the nose. I don't know if they're going to go back in session. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Puppet. Yeah, I mean, what's crazy, right, is, I mean, they'll cover Sanctuary City, but if you start talking about, like, corruption or why, like, Kevin De Leon went from $2.4 million to $950,000 in staff money on the way out the door. That is not something that the regular news is going to cover, right? Like it's not a story that pops for them because it's kind of just business as usual around here. Kind of like you rub my back, I'll rub your back, and I think that says a lot to like how this place operates. Just like this routine lack of care and concern you see here about democratic process. Like if you go to like Beverly Hills or Pasadena or Redondo Beach, the city council members are going to sit there, right? They're going to listen respectfully. There's not going to be any chicanery going on. Nobody in Redondo Beach is giving $950,000, right, to their staff as they go out of office. But Kevin De Leon can do that, and nobody is going to bat an eye here. And like the crazy part is a lot of the like regular press, certainly seems to be under influence, right? Like whether it's the police union or the business interests, the idea that they're going to go after somebody who's as business friendly as Kevin De Leon over corruption is almost kind of slightly anathema. But we are here. The folks left. I don't mind being recorded. I guess I went to see how Herman was doing. He got kicked out. I mean, he's been kicked out before. So if anybody has a spare $950K sitting around, you can send it my way. I don't know if they're going to go let people back in or not. I don't think so. They might just go closed and then end session. In which case, I might go ahead and bail out. There is Housing and Homelessness Committee meeting this afternoon. I believe at 2:30. I might try to go to that. You actually can't go to their offices. LAPD screens you off. You can call, but mostly Kevin De Leon's office does not respond. Some of the others occasionally will respond, when they feel like lifting a finger, but for the most part, they do not respond to requests for comment. They only very occasionally respond to public records requests. They usually take longer than the allotted time, and they don't give you what you're looking for. And that's just kind of the degree of transparency we have here. Sanctuary City.
Are you here for that?
I'm pressed. I think you guys should cover that $950,000 that Kevin De Leon got for his staff.
The what?
Item 24. So item 24 was $950,000 for Kevin De Leon's staff, which unfortunately is leaving office, and it went down from $2.4 million a couple weeks ago. Yeah, this is why we need more press on government here, because what's the money for? Is it like we are, we are right at $500K for the sexual harassment payment. So like, yeah, we are paid off as staffers, right? Cheers. She was nice enough. There you go. All right. I think they're talking housing and homelessness in there because the city administrative officer went in, and usually these days that means housing and homelessness. But closed session. I think that's it. So, last time, here's your LA city government. A grand total of 15 people not doing their jobs generally. And for the most part, they either don't show up or don't pay attention, or if they do, it's kind of lackadaisical, unless there's something they want. But I'm gonna come back, I think, for housing and homelessness this afternoon. I gotta look at the agenda. And of course, things have to be posted. I don't see Homeless Strategy Committee meeting yet up. Meeting minutes. CAO's office, public accountability. This is your Brown Act, right? So Brown Act, right, requires it's open meeting law. And part of this is they have to post agendas in a certain amount of time. Otherwise, it's a special meeting like this. This is from September. So this is how inattentive, and actually this is something that's really important because the state attorney general wants them to do Brown Act training because like this is November, November. I want to know this is recent. This is way back in November. This is mid-November. November. This is actually December. This is a cancellation, though. Where's the date? Oh my God! It's stamped July. Is this from July? This is the June meeting minutes stamped in July. July. This is mayor's office. This is money moving to the housing department. This is current. November. So out of all these things, actually, only 2 are current. That's how behind they are on posting public notices here, which is rather comical, right, considering they are actually required by law under the state's Brown Act to do this. And that's how you can just slip stuff through here. Nobody will know. Hey. Yeah, it's on closed session. I don't know if they're going to come back or not.
No, I think that's the last one.
Yeah. Usually they'll do close and then they're done.
So then we sign up for, you know what they're going to do the,
Yeah, housing and homelessness is this afternoon.
that one, is that the one?
It's 2 o'clock, I think. Check 2:30. I think it's 2:30. Yeah. You know, I was just looking at at the public notices, and only 2 of those are even remotely current up on the board there. So it's just kind of they are required by law to do that stuff. And I almost agree. They need Brown Act training.
Me too, and that's why we've been calling them out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many Brown Act violations.
Yeah.
Here too, it's ridiculous. Like I feel like the neighborhood council would be better than the freaking city government.
It's pretty bad here.
Volunteers that who hold jobs by day.
I think people wondered, right, how someone like Jose Huizar could get away with doing what he did here, and this is why, because nobody pays any attention. Yeah.
They said it about bringing in the booze from the alcohol boxes, no one noticed it, you got it through. That's what
Yes.
people talk to someone, like, how do you not see the alcohol boxes coming in through the front?
CD14 got 3 more liquor stores today. Just what, CD14 needs on the way out.
You probably, that's why I like the Go Comments, that's for sale. You can pay $5,000. Your last chance on the agenda.
There's a huge amount of money moving through this city, and it is not well monitored.
Oh, yeah. I get mad too with LAPD because of their foundation. They don't, they're not required to tell you who's donating to the foundation.
Yeah. The LA Times in the past did some good Public Records Act requests on that to get out, particularly because Caruso's a huge giver to the police foundation, to show his close ties. I did a little bit on that too, just because I cover Caruso generally.
I would like to know a story. I would love to see that story who donates to the LA.
Mm-hmm. It was
because Scientology is no longer doing it out in the open. They did that 20,000.
Yeah.
But then it's gone silent since then. But I can't find any proof. So I'm wondering if it's going to the foundation.
I might try to CPRA them some more. I had done one on Michael Moore and Scientology, and they literally just provided me the same records 5 times, just nonsense records, just obviously not. It's that's where it would be nice if we had more support for filing lawsuits for that type of stuff. To go, yeah, actually I want to see Michael Moore's emails, right? About Scientology, but.
I think we should because they only give you. I know there's more emails than the 5 you just
Mm-hmm.
There's not as much chance of how they built this relationship.
Yeah.
Without more emails.
gotta sue, because, or get into a lawsuit where we can get, what do you call it?
Mhm.
We sue the city for it.
I think it's a real Christmas tree.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. In those boxes, you can find a tequila box full of Jose Huizar's lost bribe money.
Wouldn't it be funny? I know. It's like, yeah, here, we'll put it in the blue box.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny? Yeah, because I don't think anyone's going to go open it up. Like, I would love to go open it up. It's like, what the hell?
I need to get to the next ethics commission meeting too. I went to one and like
When's the next one?
I got to check, like I'm behind on my calendar, but that meeting is fascinating though, because that's when, once they get caught, right, violating the city charter, they do an investigation and they will fine them, $5,000, but at least they have to show up, and it's the only time you see like money going into the government here. Right. Otherwise it's coming out.
Yeah, I like going there. That was a good meeting. So what's DOT was interesting. I want to try to fire commissioners. I want to get to some more meetings that are.
Yeah.
Nothing really enough to do with the city attorney is like definitely like how do you? She did her first. What do you call it? Getting the term. You know your first hearing.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that? Her arraignment.
Arraignment.
Okay, for Henry. She did his arraignment for one misdemeanor charge of vandalism for rolling up the what do you call it, that car.
He rolled up a tarp?
Yeah, like it's like a plastic. They had it on their entire easement on Catalina with stakes, wooden stakes. Nobody could get in and out of their car. Dogs can't walk on it. So he rolled it up and put it in stakes. It wouldn't have been any kind of issue. But I talked to the city attorney's office, and they said, well, because they have to have a victim. So Jennifer claims that she's the victim, and so they have no choice at that point.
Yeah.
Because I think they realized it was ridiculous. But Heidi Felstein, so she did the arraignment herself. But I know for a fact that I got the proof that the public works, whatever, they're putting, that the city's putting in requests for the city attorney to enforce because now they have roses there, and for them to remove their roses and to remove the planters, remove all the obstacles. And the city attorney, so far as I can tell, has not taken that case on. But the city attorney's going to, you know what I mean? It's the same.
Yeah, and like Heidi is like that, and like certainly one of the things that came out right was her attempt to get Richie Sergienko really good for committing vandalism as part of a Palestine protest, but it wasn't even him. They couldn't even prove it was him, and so her own chief of her own criminal division is suing her for retaliation. And I was actually at the courthouse yesterday, and I was reading the papers in it because the city, of course, is denying all of her claims, right? That Heidi behaves like this, that she was drunk, that she's discriminating, that she's corrupt. The city is denying everything on that. Yeah. And I mean, she's the longtime head of the city attorney's office criminal branch. And, her allegations were a little bit more vaguer than I would have liked, but I still wasn't sure that there wasn't a valid claim there, particularly given, the other people have said this about Heidi too. Yeah.
It's just like, okay, why are you doing, I told him, I said, make sure you see here how many times she's done an arraignment herself.
That case is Michelle McGinnis versus the city of Los Angeles, and it goes to court in like mid-February, like early mid-February. Yeah, but except if you haven't been to Superior Court, right, it's actually extremely rare for the attorneys to show up in person. They all just Zoom in through Court Connect. So basically, there's like very few actual Superior Court hearings that are in person. So I don't know if Kearns is going to be tomorrow in person or if it's going to be an attorney Zoom.
If it's an attorney Zoom, can the public still?
Yeah, you can still sit in the courtroom, but like sometimes they won't even like have it on display so you can see what's going on. It's kind of hysterical if you haven't been to Superior Court. Did he get a lawyer?
Yeah, he has a lawyer.
He's a lawyer, good. Because like really, that's kind of like the dividing line: is people who have attorneys and those who don't. Yeah, which is, I mean, like, pretty exceptional. I certainly salute him on, defending himself.
Law school, yeah, I was like, that was pretty,
Yeah.
I think it just also goes to show you how nonsensical their cases are.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they should just keep pointing out that the lawyer for them is the unindicted co-conspirator,
Yeah.
Patrick Monson,
Mm-hmm. Scientology is extremely Machiavellian, very stringy. I'm almost like, Principal Custer? No. That was weird. That was very weird. I mean, she had to be invited into that. Like, because
Well, I asked how you get invited to this, and you had to get in touch with your council person.
council person. So maybe,
You had to go to Hugo.
yeah. So
His office.
it's interesting if Hugo did it or if,
Probably one of his staffers.
yeah, that would be a good CPRA. So you have to get their emails. So you would need emails, right, for her. But
I don't know how she got on the list yet.
yeah.
And so they both would go through Hugo. So that's what they told me. They said that anyway is to get to your representative's office and request it.
She was like, you again? Like, where are you taking my picture?
She recognized it.
She's like, I know you.
I'm going to add, do you still have a Substack with all the old lawyers requests?
Yeah, the recordings are still online.
Huh?
The swatting recordings? Yeah, they're still online. Obtained via California Public Records Act request. And literally, those are proof of, that's a crime to make a false police report. And nobody wanted to comment on those. And like, I thought that those were indicative of Scientology security guards making calls and La Poubelle employees. That was my take. I couldn't identify which employee it was. Like, that's where I just like didn't like get like good enough recordings and like have that like sort of expertise to prove right that it was the employees and they're calling sometimes.
But I want to, I'm going to deal with that in office. I did CPRA some of them, but I'm going to ask specifically.
Yeah.
Who approved her thing. I want to find out if she's actually on, because Slow White suggested maybe she's not actually on the CPAP. That's a card carrying member, but I think she is, but I want to find out. So I'm trying to get her on
Koster.
CPAPs.
Janet Weiland. I'm less familiar with Janet.
Huh?
I'm less familiar with Janet.
Yeah. Her, because she's the one
Yeah.
who's doing a lot of fair dealing.
Mm-hmm.
It's under her orders.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to prove that stuff. Like, that's just the game they play. Can you prove it in court?
Right. Well, you know what? I think maybe I have to do the preponderance of the evidence.
Yeah.
Beyond reasonable doubt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she knows, and they just don't want to embarrass the pattern. We've gone to the CPAP meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't go last time, but I went the time before. It was interesting. She's like, I did go to Halloween people on that one too.
Mm-hmm.
How can Scientology be there advising the police?
Yeah. They have a special relationship with the police, from what I can tell. And, they work that to their advantage. Same thing with the business interests in the city, have a very special relationship.
Well, it's getting less because LAPD is no more, they're not doing their special events anymore.
Yeah. I have a little bit more confidence in McDonald. I haven't had anybody tell me that he's tied to them yet.
I hope not, man.
I do think, he always seems to be paying attention, usually when I've seen him.
I got to meet him at the second floor. Like, I didn't even know he was the incoming chief.
Yeah.
That's how I meet him. And then he said, I'm going to be your new chief. I'm like, I'm going to be bending your ear. Because I want this stuff fixed. Like, I'm thinking even just the money. Like, how can a city not, fix? They made the other people give up their planters because they said it went against the unhoused. But now they have to keep theirs, 250 of them.
It's insane. I haven't been out to see it, but I saw the video and I'm like, it's Scientology, really, really powerful.
How can they not get that thing?
Multiple levels of corruption.
Yeah, there's something going on. There's something.
Still closed session. I'm not sure what they're talking about. People are still hanging out.
Exactly. I want to go and see what's going on.
There has to be there's an entrance down there. There's this entrance. There has to be some other way out of there that I haven't figured out yet.
And then there's the back room that goes down too.
Yeah, so they probably go the back room that goes down, so they don't have to come out in the hallway. Sneaky city government.
Oh, they do? I'm not. No. I call it a couple. Someone who has has things, but I think it's on Instagram regarding LAFD. I should ask them questions. Yeah, we should start asking questions. What is the?
I mean, I don't think it's crazy to want clean government down here. I wish more people would show up here and press for really, really good clean government, because you see what a circus it is.
Oh yeah, it's
like.
ridiculous.
Literally unprofessional what goes on inside there, and
you see them making deals in public.
Yeah.
To do stuff. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that Matt is not at his city hall trying to speak to the powers that be and not trying to get change for his community. So it's okay, Matt.
And I mean.
Psychology's here. Get a real job.
Get a real job.
They come in as form.
Yeah. It's called journalism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or advocacy.
Yeah.
Activism. So, do you have a real job, Astro? What's your job? Where are they hiring?
I mean, I didn't see anybody from the LA Times here today in that meeting. And there's a couple stories in there, so this, yeah, exactly. Like, I break stuff, but the problem is nobody pays attention half the time.
It's always to get changed. I mean, I am curious about what he was talking to Padilla, and then he left looking very happy. She looked very, she did not look happy.
Yeah.
Padilla's very telling, he was like giddy, and was like,
I think it was the 950K. I think that she knows that that's not right, what he just did there. And I'm surprised that some of the others went along with that too, that it was a unanimous vote and that there was no debate on it, because he's leaving office. What do you need to pay his staffers $950,000 for? And the original ask was $2.4 million. That stinks to high heaven. And that's what took Weezer down. I was trying to tell the CV reporter, part of the thing.
why wasn't he paying his staff?
Yeah. How's your budget been that far off that you need $940,000 to make it up? And he's got maybe about 15 staffers, so that's a significant amount of money. That's a nice pretty penny on top of their city salaries, and that should be getting scrutinized. Because Weezer had to pay off one of his own staffers for sexually harassing her, and he got desperate for money, and that's part of the reason why the FBI caught him. Was because he got so desperate for bribes that he started making mistakes, and then they started using wiretaps and flipped his own staffers on him.
You think he's ever going to talk?
No, I don't know. He's doing. 13 years is a long time to spend in Lompoc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's in
Yeah.
order for him to keep quiet? There must be some, big people.
One of the theories I've heard is that people are still paying his wife. Because he was going to replace himself on city council with his wife, Rochelle Weezer. And to the point where they were collecting campaign donations from the same, developer donors to install her on city council to replace him after he was termed out after 12 years. And it didn't work. She was also getting $5,000 for a no-show job from a law firm. And he has 4 kids. So I don't know who's left for him to sell out. Certainly like Isaac Shomoff, the developer, who was the biggest beneficiary of adaptive reuse down there, right? On Spring Street particularly, turning the old buildings.
Anyone else in here? I'm sure he does.
John Lee's been in a lot of trouble here, right? Because like John Lee was in on some of those Vegas trips, reportedly, and then Lee is suing the Ethics Commission for investigating him over it.
Well, that's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, the Ethics Commission has been semi-functional. The biggest problem is the fines are too small. It's only a $5,000 fine, and I think they max out at $15,000. So that's not enough money to be a serious deterrent for violating the city code, which gets you, it's sort of a misdemeanor, and then of course, a felony, right? I think they're still hoping to go back in for Sanctuary City, which is passed. Otherwise, I'm not sure why they're hanging out.
Oh yeah, and yesterday, they were jamming. I was getting jammed. Like when how that we suspect they have jammers. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But when we were at the parade, and I was hounding this one officer, it's like Mayor Connell, and he was calling us and harassing him. All of a sudden, my thing kept jamming.
City attorney.
It didn't.
Sure.
Oh yeah, he's always been nice to me.
Fable. Stefan Fable.
Can you please file a suit against Scientology? Or they must be done if they'll see it turned out.
He's a deputy?
Yeah, that was I thought that was great. Wait, what? Hollywood Boulevard law enforcement in San Francisco. But even yesterday, when I was confronting Janet, all of a sudden my stream started jamming. The whole time it was fine. All day before and after. When I was confronting her, it was
Yeah.
jamming. And same thing when I was confronting that cop. So is there any way to jam the signal? And the two buses.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I know because the meters were flipping. It wasn't.
You could have a portable jamming device, perhaps, without taking down the cell phone tower itself, right?
Yeah, there must be something that they have.
Yeah, and of course, particularly technology for say, jamming drones has gotten like really advanced.
I'm curious about it because, like I said, there's two buses even there.
Mm-hmm.
Their directory. My stuff and their stuff all got at the same time. And it went right by.
It makes sense. They're very annoyed with these protests. I've seen Scientology social media too, being like, protesters get gleeful, another swatting euphoria and whatnot.
We should jam that. We should protest their social media. Exactly. Right. It was when, because it was fine before, and the two buses. If you look at the video, I don't think it's the edited part, but definitely the live stream, you can see that the two buses, it jammed their LED.
Did you catch up with Herman? Was he all right?
He's okay. I
Yeah.
up on him to have, but he said they're letting him back in. And they're keeping that guy under wraps. They're not sure his intent. I'm like, I don't care. If somebody sits on my hand and then bumps me with them, I don't care.
Yeah. And I don't agree with everything Herman says and does, but I support his right to free speech.
It is part of free speech, but I don't think he's a horrible human being.
No, I don't think he's a horrible human being.
He's been really supportive of he'll put in the word against certain policy.
Yeah.
I know he has a brain injury, and I'm not making excuses for him. I absolutely detest his language, and I am hoping I can get through to him to stop it. But, he doesn't need to do it. Your credibility.
It's kind of like team sports down here is.
So they were jamming him too, and they were jammed it when I was going after that cop. So I was thinking of going after him. But you should report that guy as a man with a gun in public. you talking about, your mom?
Yeah. I mean, they must still be. I mean, usually I think they do come out and take down the sign if they are
Actually,
done.
Well, they have a thing in the back. I know, I've been back there.
Yeah.
On the side door here, they go down. Sometimes they come up here if they want to go down to the second, whatever, but. And I know they listen because they interact and expose one of their whales if they don't get Ted off because that Ted thinks that Ted was gone in a few minutes.
Your security dude.
He's like third party, but because the cop was saying,
Yeah.
he's like, they're harassing me, and 10 minutes later, Ted was there. He handled me, I guess, because he was supposed to, And then I said, everything, I said, I'm going to go after your whales and expose them, whatever, and Ted doesn't hear.
I might run. I got a 2 o'clock. Yeah, I got a 2 o'clock call, and I'm gonna try to slip back in for homeless services, and then I have a 4 o'clock. But city council. Yeah, I mean, KDL got that money. I thought Wayne was really funny. Yeah, I'm looking for Jose Weezar's buried cash here. It's somewhere. Ought to be well. I'll see you later, maybe. All right. Merry Christmas to everybody.